And we're straight into the action with the Ironwoman final. Take a look at that start list. Some of the best in the business there. Rebecca Creedy and Maddie Dunn, two of the big names from Northcliffe, alongside their training partner, Courtney Hancock. As we head over the page, Georgia Miller from Newport will be one to watch. Heading down, the experience of Crystal Smith. Can she turn back the clock and take the title here at Kurrawa? And we're straight into the action for the Ironwoman final as they make their way in. Joining me in commentary is the former Nutrigrain Ironman Series competitor and Australian Open finalist, Jack Hansen. Jack, welcome to the Summer of Surf.
Thanks for having me, Josh.
Yeah, it's an exciting final here as the girls make their way in. It's tough on the bank. They get through the gutter. How hard's this bank going to be all day for the competitors?
Absolutely. This is where the legs are burning, all right? So they're trying to make their way through the gutter, up onto that bank. Whoever gets onto it first is going to have the biggest advantage.
And it looks like Crystal Smith there has made the most of the start. A few of the girls have run down to the southern end of the arena. A couple of girls, I think Rebecca Creedy made her way straight out. Obviously that line's going to come into play.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, there's a slight sweep, I think, down up to the north. So they're trying to run down to the right and then let that take them back to the camp.
And it definitely looks like Georgia Miller and the girls on the right have made the most of that sweep. She'll lead heading round the first can. It looks like Amy Nerthen from Currumbin in second place. They're not a noted swimmer. She's made the change from Mooloolaba on the Sunshine Coast, followed her coach Michael King down to the Gold Coast here, and it looks like it's paying off.
That is Amy there in second, behind Georgia Miller, who's out in front. I guess she's trying to get away as best she can, set it up from the beginning. Swim is her strength.
The 2 times Australian surf race champion out in front and leading our Ironwoman final from Amy Nerthen of the Currumbin Club. Then that distinctive Northcliffe cap there, the white cap with a maroon star in third. It looks like Courtney Hancock here. If Georgia Miller can break away, we know how good her ski and board have come on in the last few years, but these girls aren't letting her go, are they?
No, they won't let her go, Josh. As Georgia lifts now, she's going to push all the way through back to the beach.
And it looks like there's a wave coming through here. So will Georgia pick this up and all her hard work pay off? No, she just falls off the back of it. And as another one looms on the horizon, it's going to bring the back markers in. How devastating will this be for Georgia as a few of the girls start to push down it on the outside? We've got a jag on here. 1 will get down it. 2 will get down it. 3. We've got 3 on the front wave here. It looks like Amy Nerthen on the left-hand side from the Currumbin Club. Georgia Miller in the centre. And I think that's sister Carly Nerthen on the right-hand side. So a huge performance here from the Nerthen sisters.
Georgia's done a fantastic job there to pick that up broken too. So as they make their way through this little gutter here, this is where it all comes down to the hard work and getting themselves up onto that bank and onto the sand for the transition.
Georgia Miller duck diving through there as Amy and Carly Nerthen are in hot pursuit. It looks like Eliza Smith there from the Northcliffe Cub and Courtney Hancock as well. So we've got a race in 6 at the moment as Georgia Miller makes her final strides through that little inside gutter and onto the sand. The legs will really be burning at this point.
Legs are burning right now. As you can see, the girls in the background trying to get out of that gutter and up onto the sand and make their way up through the transition and onto the board.
How important are these transitions? I guess they make a little bit of difference in the short term, but possibly a lot of difference in the long run.
Yeah, 100%. These transitions are like a fourth leg in this Ironman. As you see Carly Nerthen make her way past Georgia Miller there, she's doing exactly what she needs to do.
And a couple of the girls here struggling on that soft sand. Amy Nerthen, Eliza Smith, Maddie Dunn, a great swim from her, and the veteran Crystal Smith, the current world Ironwoman champion, still in the mix heading into her best leg here. So how tough is it now going from the legs onto the board, having to use your arms, getting that blood transfer from the bottom of your body up to the top?
Again, they've got to make their way across that gutter. They may get up on that sandbank and try and capitalise on it, make the most of it.
It doesn't look like Amy or Carly Nerthen have done that. They're straight on the boards and paddling their big, long strokes from Carly. Georgia Miller is in hot pursuit. Sister Amy in third place. And Eliza Smith and Maddie Dunn in fourth and fifth there. So these girls aren't letting the leaders go. They know it's these small things heading through the break that make a big difference in the long run.
Yeah, they've got to get their skills right, get themselves through the wave, lift that lift that rating up through this bank. Once they're out the back, they can lengthen out.
Possibly the best board paddler in the field, Jordan Mercer there, and a young gun, Gemma Smith there from Umina, got a lot of work to do to catch up as some of the big names of the sport really try to work hard, and one of the big names, Brodie Moyer from North Burleigh.
We're on board with Brodie Moyer here with Tara Coleman sitting on her inside. These two might work together to try and drop Courtney Hancock, who's left on the outside.
It's 3 of the big guns of the sport there trying their best to get back into this race, but out in front it's Carly Nerthen, Maddie Dunn in fourth place, doing her best as she rounds that can. She takes a quick look around. How much of the girls are aware of what's going on around them, they're counting numbers, or is it just head down and go as hard as you can?
Yeah, no, they know exactly what's happening. They know what's happening around them. They know where they're sitting and where they want to be. So they're all trying to make their way back up, close that gap as quick as possible that Carly has opened up.
And we're making our way back home in the second of 3 legs here. Carly Northern out in front on the whiteboard with a pink nose. Georgia Miller in second place. Amy Northern, Maddie Dunn there. It looks like Eliza Smith and Crystal Smith. That's our top 6. There's a big gap. We can see how far back it is to 7th place. I'm not saying these girls are out of it as Jordan Mercer rounds that final can, but it's going to take a lot of work for them to get back in it as the girls make their way home, as Tara Coleman gets around that can as well. But we've just seen a few of the girls split up front and take different lines at the moment. What thinking goes into this sort of tactic?
They've spoken to their coaches before they race. They know where they want to go, where they want to head on the way home. As we see Carly Northern pushing for this one, will she get down it?
Yeah, I think she's down it, Jack. She's got that one. So what a performance here from Carly Northern. She takes a quick look around as Georgia Miller on the left-hand side struggles to get down it. But what a performance. She's down on her belly there, Carly Northern. She'll take the easy ride home as a few sets start to come through on the outside. This is going to shake things up, isn't it?
Time to relax there for Carly. She's picked up that little one. She wants to get through this gutter and up onto the sand, make her way through the transition and onto the ski.
Maddie Dunn takes a look around. She's in a tie for second place there with 3 other girls. So it's Eliza Smith, Amy Northern, Georgia Miller and Maddie Dunn in hot pursuit of our leader here, Carly Northern. She had a breakout summer last year. She's really come on in leaps and bounds.
Well, she's made that move down to Currumbin with coach Michael King, and it looks as though it's paid off.
Oh, definitely there. She takes a quick look around her shoulder as she rounds the first flag. She's got a big gap. The whole transition of the rest of the field as they make their way around. Eliza Smith in second, Georgia Miller third, Maddie Dunn, Amy Northern there. She's in hot pursuit, but have a look at Jordan Mercer run. She's probably the fastest in the field, and she's made up that entire gap in just the transition.
They're chasing hard, Josh. They know this is the time where they've got to run Carly down, and it's probably the opportunity where they can close the biggest gap.
Carly Northern onto her ski. She's trying to get that up and going, but a little bit sideways as the rest of the field makes their way around. These girls have got a lot of work to do. Rebecca Creedy on the right-hand side here. Kirsty Higginson as well from the Noosa Club. And young Ella Brown from Maroochydore. As we take a look, Carly Northern struggled a little bit to get her ski up and going. How tough is it? Ski third in an Ironwoman, trying to get the thing moving.
Legs are burning, arms are burning, and they're trying to get that rating up to get themselves through the break and out to the back around those cans as fast as possible.
We see the girls really start to lift it. Jordan Mercer, she is right back in this after a great board leg there and a little bit of luck from a wave on the outside, but still 30 metres out to Carly Northern. If you were coaching Carly, what would you be telling her at this point? What's she got to do to win this race?
She's got to push hard here. She's got the gap. She knows she can sneak out. She gets over that one. Absolutely. She's out the back now.
As Georgia Miller gets cleaned up by one, those little waves, they slow you down.
That may help Carly Northern extend her lead at the moment.
Oh, she paddles in green water. These guys try and make their way through. It looks like Sister Amy there has moved into second place after those waves, and Jordan Mercer's hot on her heels. Have a look at her eyes there. She's focused on Carly. She's just really going for it. But going out to that final turning can out the back, Carly Northern out in front. Looks like Amy Northern, Jordan Mercer, and I think that's Eliza Smith doing well in third, fourth, and fifth as they make their way for home. It's all Carly Northern's to lose from this point, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%, Josh. She's going to work hard here to chase those runners on the way home. As we see her about to round that last can, she might pick up a little bump that might open that gap again.
Yeah, she's pushing hard. We see the rating lift now as the waves start to come. So Kurrawa's going to get bigger throughout the day here, and it looks like there's a big lump in the ocean coming from behind Carly Northern. Jordan Mercer knows that it's now or never for her. She's really got to go, but Carly Northern, she's picked one up out of nowhere. This is all over Red Rover. Wow, that easily. She's found a runner, it's turned into a wave, and she's got herself an Ironwoman win.
Don't get too excited, Josh. It's not over yet. She's got to hold this ski straight through to the beach, then the finish.
Yeah, she puts the power down there, keeps it straight. All class from Carly Northern. Could this be her biggest win of her career? We've seen her win rounds of the Summer Surf before, but what a way to start the 2015-2016 summer here with a win straight off the bat.
Confidence booster, Josh. That's what it's all about.
And the race is on here for second place. Jordan Mercer closest to screen, and Sister Amy Northern from the Currumbin Club. You can see how focused Jordan is on getting up that beach, but what about Carly Northern? What about this performance here? One of the biggest wins of her her career and something she really savor. The girls gave her a slide opportunity. She grabbed it with both hands and ran with it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to finish and a great way to start the season for Carly Northern.
Carly Northern, round 1 winner of the Ironwoman in the Summer of Surf, and the race is on there in second place. Looks like Jordan Mercer there. She's got the legs. She's one of the fastest in the sport.
She's learned her lesson from Thurul last year.
Oh, didn't she ever? Amy Northern there in third place. Georgia Miller, valiant, fourth, and Maddie Dunn crosses the line in fifth. What a performance for these girls. And the race is on. Every race counts. Every place counts in the Summer of Surf. They're fighting all the way down to Eliza Smith in 9th place. As we take a look at the final results, what a performance. Carly Northern from the Kurrawa Club. She's our first round winner of the Ironwoman. Jordan Mercer and Amy Northern round out the podium. Taking a look over the page, Rebecca Creedy and Courtney Hancock, 2 names you'd expect to be further up the list, but they'll be back to fight another day.
Yeah, oh my God, that was so exciting. It was such a tight race and I'm so excited to come over to win.
Good competition today. It was a good feel for the first event.
Yeah, it was. I think it's 13 of the 16 when you to go in Ironman, so it's definitely a good hit out before the first round, and it was such a tight competition. It's such a nice long race, and yeah, it was really exciting. I love seeing surf.
And you led from the front the whole way. Did it feel good?
Yeah, it did. I came down with Georgia in the swim, and I just thought if I stick with her, I should be fine for the rest. And yeah, I pulled away in the board, and I had Amy and Georgia coming at me in the ski, and I just thought, just don't let them catch you, don't let them catch you. But yeah, I'm so excited to come over